What up and welcome to Rama Screen YouTube channel, and here's my review of Netflix new movie Badland Hunters. Let's rock this. Okay, this one comes all the way from South Korea, and there is a lot to like about Badland Hunters. The only downside is the story is nothing new nor original. In fact, as you're watching it, it'll feel like the type of film that you've come across 1,000 times before. But credit where credit is due. Director Jun-young puts his own spin on this very recognizable, very familiar genre. Badland Hunters delivers tons of commotion and thrill and sci-fi horror-fueled action. There's only a few things about it that irk me a bit, but they're not enough for me to completely trash the film. And maybe it's just me, but I get the sense that this might be designed perhaps for a potential franchise. Who knows? I mean, depending on how well this first outing gets received, of course. Directed by Jun-young and written by Kim Bo-tong and Kwak Jae-min, and produced by Climax Studio, Big Punch Pictures, and Nova Film, Badland Hunters is an action blockbuster film that portrays the last struggle of the survivors after the world has been destroyed, where anarchy prevails and only power rules. Amid total destruction, Nam-san and Ji-won hunt for food and water whenever possible, while they struggle each day to survive together with other survivors like Suna and others in Bus District. One day, a group of volunteers appear offering clean water and food, persuading Suna and her grandmother to follow them. Nam-san and Ji-won stumble upon the true identity of these volunteers and their leader, Dr. Yang Ji-soo, and rush toward them in rescue. Starring Don Lee, Lee Hee-jun, Lee Jun-young, Jeong-eui, and An Ji-hye. If I terribly butchered the pronunciations of those names, I sincerely apologize. Pronouncing Korean names is not my forte, but I try. Now, you have heard of Don Lee, right? If you've seen The Roundup, or Train to Busan, or Marvel's Eternals, Don Lee is a pretty big name and a pretty big deal, and he's a pretty big man, literally. And in this new movie, Badland Hunters, Don is not somebody you'd want to mess with. His character Nam-san is a hero's hero. Although he has his subtle sense of humor, he'd prefer to just go straight to business and let his fists do all the talking. The only complaint that I have is that, other than the very little information we get at the beginning about Nam-san's background, there's not much else to go on besides that, really. At the same time, it doesn't bother me all that much because, again, as I said earlier, this is a very familiar territory with a clear-cut narrative that puts the supporting character Suna more as the person that guides you through the secrets of this too-good-to-be-true apartment. Whereas Don is just ready at any moment to burst into action and kick some ass. This movie's got all of the expected elements. It's got a mad scientist, it's got a cult of personality complex, it's got a group of evil soldiers, and the undead people are extremely gnarly with all kinds of creepy physical features that could make you squirm. This film may not have the best, most top-notch visual effects, but it sufficiently does its job, which for a Netflix movie is sometimes the most that you could hope for. The whole thing is kind of like the perfect cross between Mad Max and Overlord. Remember that one? Director Jun-young, who was Korea's top martial art director prior to becoming a filmmaker in his own right, applies the kind of no-holds-barred fight choreographies in this film that are swift and savage and dynamic. It's the type of ultra-violence that you can't seem to look away from, even if you try. So yeah, overall I give Badland Hunters the rating of 4 out of 5. You know, it's so refreshing to see a leading man action star like Don Lee, who's not chiseled or muscular or beefcake like The Rock or John Cena. Don Lee proves that a chunky, bulky fella can also cause some serious damage. And that is pretty awesome. So that's it. That's my review of Badland Hunters. Smash that like button. Hit that notification bell. Share this video with everyone you know. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, subscribe. Let's rock this.